Hey, what is up everyone? This is Flash from Flash Hobbies and I made another eBay purchase. So the purchase that I made was, I think, a pretty good deal. So as you guys know, I just got this dingo not too long ago. So I decided to buy one of these from eBay. And boy, am I glad I bought this. I gotta say the craftsmanship on this for Asian stuff is absolutely mind-boggling. I don't understand how they're able to do this with, the price that they charge. So I got this on eBay for about 10 bucks. I think it was $12 shipped. Got to me in about 2 weeks. Again, I don't understand how their shipping works, and I really want to know because I sell stuff on eBay and it's very expensive to ship. But yeah, it's very nice. It's nicely painted. There's really no imperfections as far as I can see. Now, I did reach out to the seller because this part here got bent during transit. They send it in the padded envelope, so you know how the mail service is, and they don't take care of it. And then, of course, this. So I'm waiting to hear back from the seller to see what is it that they can do for me because it's chipped the paint and it's definitely not straight, and it should be. And this is a lot straighter than it was. It was pretty bent forward down. So, some eBay sellers are pretty responsive. Some are not. So I'm hoping they'll either give me a partial refund on it or maybe they send out another one. That'd be pretty cool, and I can use it for another build. But I did bend it back, so I think it's in pretty decent shape. As far as what I'm going to do with this, as you can see, I have the dingo here. Now, I kind of misjudged the size, and this was the biggest one that I saw on eBay. I didn't realize how wide the dingo is, so I thought it was going to cover a good chunk of the top, but I mean, I guess it does, but it doesn't do it entirely, so you still have open spaces on both sides, which is okay. I think it's still going to look good at the end of the day. And with the lights that it comes with, it does come with lights. So it comes with a little light kit, the light buckets, your screws. It pretty much comes with everything that you need. So that was another thing that I liked. If I go onto Amazon and try to buy just a little set of LEDs like this, it's going to set me back at least 10 bucks. So as far as for mounting, I'm going to do this the easiest, cheapest way that I can think of, and that's going to be with zip ties, which is going to be okay because you're not going to really see it overhead too much. I'm going to make sure to trim everything, and plus I'm going to put some scale accessories in here, so I think it's going to look pretty cool at the end of the day. So what I'm going to do now is install the light buckets, and you'll kind of see how one works. Once you see how one works, you'll see kind of how the rest of them come together. The only thing that I'm trying to figure out right now is how far back do I want this rack. So I'll make that determination once I have the lights on here, and I might have to just kind of stick it out in front, which I kind of like that look, but it gets in the way of the glass. So I don't know, maybe I can put the glass down. Not sure yet. I don't think it looks too bad, but I think I might just keep it back here. So again, here's your light bucket, and we're gonna open this up. So again, this comes with everything that you need, which I really like. The light buckets, the glass, the kit, which I don't think is going to be long enough, but that's okay. I can always solder some wire. Okay, so one thing that I don't like as of right now is the hardware that it comes with is Phillips head, which I really hate those. I really like hexes, but that's okay. I have a mini screwdriver that I can use for that. So what this comes with is 2 big light buckets, and it comes with 2 of the small light buckets as well. So I'm going to do 2 big on the middle and the 2 small ones on the outside and see how that looks. So the installation of this is very easy. You're going to need 1 screw to go from the bottom to here. Now, one thing that I would advise is don't screw it down all the way, because that way you can turn it around. And as you can see right here, there's a little hole that you're going to need another screw for, and that's going to be for your LED holder. So that'll make it a lot easier for you to maneuver around. So I'm going to put the rest of them on here, and then we'll work with the lights. So as you can see, all 4 of them are on here, and they're all pretty loose. Again, the reason why is I'm going to put the LEDs in them, and then I'm going to put the holders. Then I'll turn them around and make sure everything's stationary. So one of the good things that I'm seeing here is, for example, here, there's a small little hole. So as you can see, that light bucket has a little nub right here, and there's a little hole that corresponds with it. So once you actually tighten it down, then you'll see that it goes. So one thing that I found funny, I guess this is why, when you buy stuff on eBay, we have 2 that were Phillips head, and then we had 2 that were 1.5 millimeter hex. So I don't know why the mix match. Maybe it's cheaper. I don't understand. I don't really care, but it's just something to note. That or quality control is not where it needs to be. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to unravel these LEDs and see how much length we actually have with these. Like I said, if it's not the right length, it's no big deal. I have plenty of wire that I can put on here and make it longer. So as long as they all fit on here. And they're all the same colors. So I think they're like a bluish, whitish color. And yeah, that wire is definitely not going to be long enough. So here's two options you can do. You can cut the end here, because this will plug into your receiver, and then just add in some wire in the line. Or you can just buy a Y splitter, and you can hook it up here, and then there's an extension. Or you can just get a servo extension. Either one will work just fine. So you have plenty of options with that. It's just keep in mind there will be an added expense. I have plenty of those lying around, so I won't have to pay for any of that. So when installing the LEDs, what I find easiest is to just kind of have your wires out and kind of run your holder through the cables, and then kind of start just working up there and then kind of squish it in. So as you can see, it's holding it there. So whenever you go to actually put it into the light bucket, and let's see, we have it there. You can hold it from one end, and now all you have to do is just screw it in right here. Alright, as you can see, the screw is now in the hole here, and the LED holder is sitting flush against the light bucket. So now we just repeat the same process for each one of them. Now the funny thing is, yeah, this is a bigger light housing, but the LEDs are all the same size. So I made sure to check to see if there's any size difference, so I can put the bigger ones in with the bigger light buckets. But it doesn't look like it's that way, so it doesn't really matter. Alright, now that we have all of them in there, the next thing to do is pass the wire through the end here. And then we're going to pass all the cables, and we're going to clean that up. And the last thing to do is make sure that we screw everything in on the bottom, so that way everything sits tight. Alright, so cool. Now everything's secure. Like I said, these aren't really going to move around. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hook it up to this, and we're going to test the battery. Alright, now that we got it hooked up. Oh, and here's a little, yeah, probably don't see these around anymore. I bought a bunch of 9-volt batteries at Radio Shack, or one of my local ones, before they closed out. But let's go ahead and try it. The LEDs are looking good. They're bright. Everything's working. No flickering. So there's no loose connections on here. Jiggle the wires a little bit. So everything looks good. Next thing is to install it onto the dingo. Correction. The next thing to do is to put the glass and the coverings on the lights before we install. The glass pieces are very easy to install. As you can see, there's two stems, and all you do is match the stems up to the holes right here. And basically your cover will go right over it, and that's it. Like I said, they just snap into place, and there you go. Now we'll repeat the process for the other three. Although, one thing I will mention is this one did come with these. They're just regular mesh ones. What I had a couple extra from another project. So I have these that say Axial on it, so I'm going to definitely do those two for the middle. Alright, and there we go. Like I said, I have the two axial ones here, and then the two smaller ones are regular. So now we're going to actually mount it to the top and run the wires, the zip ties, and all that stuff. So what worked out really well here is there's a little hole in the middle, and that's where I'm stuffing all the wires through, and then I'm going to run it through the middle, zip tie it here, and I'm probably going to run it this way towards the back, and then down behind the tire and into the body. Alright, so as you can see, I ran the wire through, and it's zip tied there, and then there's another one here, and we brought it through the back, which the wheel's going to cover this. We have one zip tie to hold it. We drilled a hole in there, and it's out on the other side. So I'm going to have to add an extension to that, and it'll go straight to the receiver box. Alright guys, and there we have it. As you can see, everything is lit, and everything is connected. Like I said, I ran that wire to the back, and we're just going to connect it to the receiver. I think it came out pretty great. It looks really good. I wish the cage itself was a little bit wider, but that's okay. I'm going to add some scale stuff in there, and it's going to be all cool anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Good thing is if it overturns, it'll have this metal thing to bounce onto anyways too. And I like the fact that this little bar protects the lights too. So there is one thing that I will mention about the lights that I didn't show you guys is these little face plates kept popping off on me, so I used some of my glue here. This is the Instacure glue. It takes about 5 to 15 seconds for it to set, and they're now on there, they're not coming off anymore. Especially the small ones, they were really just kind of, anytime the body would move kind of violently, like as I was moving it around, these little caps, the front grills would just pop off. So I decided to just glue them down. I'm not going to be changing the lenses anytime soon. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you have any questions about this, I will leave a link in the description down below where I got it. But if you have any other questions, feel free to leave them down below. Don't forget to leave a like. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe right now. Hit that button and turn on notifications. I put a video out every week. Thanks for watching Flash Hobbies, guys. We'll see you on the next episode.